So we made it to October, last quarter of the year. A lot of good stuff happening in October, but what some people don't know is that October is actually National Financial Planning Month. And maybe some of you don't celebrate it, but here at Pinnacle Wealth, this is kind of what we do. We're financial planners, so we're going to celebrate it this month, and we hope that you celebrate with us. All right, so since this is National Planning Month, we thought what better way to lay it out than to talk about 6 different tools that people can start thinking about in October. A lot of things kind of happen, like I said, this last quarter of the year. So here's 6 things that we think you can look through and kind of start thinking about here in October. Number 1, budgeting for the holidays. A lot of times it sneaks up on people. It's one of those that things are always more expensive than what you thought. This year, inflation's been a hot topic. So that could be one that certainly would make an impact around the holidays as well. So October is a good time to start kind of thinking through, hey, we know we've got Christmas coming up and things like that. So starting to do that budget now just so that it doesn't sneak up on you and you have a chance to prepare. So that's one, is a budget for the holidays. Number 2, year-end tax planning is another great thing to start really thinking through this year. We've talked about that a lot, that there's a difference between tax prep and tax planning. So October is a great time. If there's things that you want to start thinking through now, some of those end-of-year decisions that a lot of times people have to make should start to get made now. If it's December 30th and you're trying to make some last-minute decisions, a lot of times that's too late. So October is a great time, honestly, to start reviewing how the year is going to look. If there's things that you want to talk to your CPA about, if there's things that we need to talk through, it's better to do that now to be able to start to come up with that plan than it is to wait until December. So it's a great time to reach out and start doing some tax planning. Number 3, giving in philanthropy. So we often say, truly the season of giving kind of starts around Thanksgiving, but I would even say once fall hits, it really just feels like there's just a different energy in the air, and I feel like people do start to kind of refocus on their giving, the philanthropy. So it's a great time to start kind of thinking about, are there organizations that you want to make a difference in here at the end of the year to impact your community, and October is a great time to do that. A lot of people will get year-end bonuses and things like that, and so some of it's a little bit of an unknown, but to be able to think through those things right now so you're not making last-minute decisions, now's a great time to kind of look around you, figure out what you're passionate about, and find a way that you maybe want to make a difference in the community. Number 4, kind of taking a reevaluation of your financial plan. One of the quotes we like to use around here is from Benjamin Franklin. If you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. And we use it a lot, and it's kind of one of the things, again, we like planning here. That's sort of what we've built our firm around. So October is a great time just to kind of reevaluate where everything's at. Again, a lot of stuff shifts, kind of towards the end of the year, and a lot of things, that you maybe thought were true at the beginning of the year have turned out not to be. If that's the case, it kind of ties into the last one where we talked about tax planning, but just reevaluating your overall financial plan. A lot of people have big decisions that come up at the beginning of the year in their lives, and so making sure that we're prepared to make the decisions that we need to make, making sure that we're on track, and truly already starting to set that plan for the following year, to say, okay, what are we going to do in 2023 that maybe we didn't do in 2022? But October is a great time just to sit down and sort of reevaluate where you're at in your overall picture. Number 5 kind of ties into savings goals. It's another one to look at, to start to say, hey, what's 2023 going to look like? Are there savings goals that we have for 2023 in terms of preparing for retirement or preparing for college? Or what are some of the reevaluations that we have to make sure that we're setting ourselves up well for the future? So, rather than waiting last minute, or, a lot of people do these things as New Year's resolutions. Well, if you're waiting until the new year, you basically already lost a month. You lose January if you're waiting until January to make your savings goals for that year. So October, since it's National Financial Planning Month, what better way to tie it in than to start to say, hey, we're preparing for 2023 now. You know, we work with a lot of business owners and individuals who are always setting goals, and I don't know anybody that sets their goals for the current year in the current year. They're usually setting goals for the next year in the current year. So let's look at this opportunity to do the same with our savings goals. Number 6, it's a great time to contact your advisor. There's a lot of decisions, again, we've reiterated, that need to get made. There's a lot of goals that need to be set. There's a lot of decisions that can get made in terms of taxes. If you're sitting in this mode right now and there's a lot of unknown in your tax situation or in your savings plans, or you're just not really sure, you're feeling a little uncomfortable, maybe there's been a lot happening this year, it's a great time to sit down with us, make a contact, and let's see if we can come to some peace of mind together, to reevaluate the plan, give you some confidence, and help you to feel good as we embark on this last quarter of the year. But the biggest thing we want to do is we want to end the year on a high note. We want to make sure that we're feeling good at the end of the year, that we can kickstart 2023 feeling really good, and that really starts now. You know, that's not a 2023 decision that needs to get made. That's a now thing. So let's get together, let's sit down, let's reevaluate everything, and let's start preparing for a great next year.